The final clue of the madman's prophecy brought them to an abandoned temple, no longer empty and decrepit, but repurposed as a cultist worship ground. After slaying the evil threat, the rogue band of brave adventurers traveled deep into the crypts to find a priest of Jergal named Hervé, who might possibly have the intel needed to find the source of evil and hopefully put an end to it. Encountering Hervé, they find the priest had been possessed by a shadow demon that was loyal to none other than the demon lord himself, the one cursing farmlands across the Moonsea region, the one and only Grazit. The cultists were tasked by him to raise all the dead they could find, emptying crypt and tomb, and bring them forth in service of their new god. As the fallen rise in cursed motion, 5 figures phase slowly through the fog. The faithful Vinter, a human cleric and maker of Lathander's Red. The rap-tapping drummer, a halfling bard of clever charm and sly seduction, working to save her family's farm and legacy. The fearsome predator, a tabaxi thief turned assassin, driven by retribution, willing to kill all in his path and avenge his sister's death. The ardent brute, a human barbarian, former pirate, compelled to connive with this quest and provide muscle where needed. And their newly appointed protector, an elf wizard in soul bond with his new leader, adept in his use of colorful magic. Could the makeshift group of everymen stop this army of bedeviled dead from amounting and ravaging the land? There is no question. The fight would be perilous and bloody. But it's not up to me. I'm just the guy they asked to draw them. This is who you'll want to talk to. Allow me to introduce to you the one and only voice in the shadows, the gleaming, ever-watching eye, filing away and narrating what is known from enigma. Fear from within shall sprout forth like a 20-sided die cast upon a torn field of war. The one who decides your fate. Fight him in every circumstance if you must, but know this. Each and every character thrust forth in this campaign of wit is subject to this man's every notion. Behold the Game Master, the one who oversees destiny and wields it like a force of nature. And spends quite a lot of time giggling behind some books and shuffling of papers, huh? Well, there you have it. This concludes the first series of custom role-playing characters that I was commissioned to draw in the year of our Lord 2020. Sorry, thanks for putting up with all my random voice acting. It's just a little warm-up I like to do before the real stuff, so. Anyways, much of this backstory is based on the basic Shackles of Blood D&D campaign, but a bit of it was adjusted to ensure each one of the commissioned characters that I received fit in the story in one way or another, but also the story was quite condensed to make a fun little side quest, but rest assured, not a lot was changed to drastically offset the integrity of the adventure these characters might have experienced. I mean, I later found out some of these characters might have not been in the story at the same time, but I did a little story weaving myself to create something a bit more cohesive that included all of the D&D commissions that I received this year. And permission was given by the active players to include their characters and background stories in each of the time-lapse behind-the-scenes art videos. Basically, I just wanted to show not only how the art was made, but how fun and enthralling a good D&D campaign story can be with some original characters. So anyone who's ever thought about giving it a try can feel a bit more excited, a little more comfortable, and get right into it. A huge thanks goes out to my patron Deb for reaching out to request their characters be drawn, and my appreciation goes out to all the players for letting me share a bit about their OCs. It was awesome. 2020 has been a challenging year for artists, so I want to thank you and all of the rest of you for following along and watching this short story and giving me a few minutes out of your day. So, thanks. I'll see you in the next one.